last season's Champions League campaign saw Juventus win 3-0 on aggregate, and this time round, Parma knew it had to be different. The chance came along, and a 4-0 victory against PSG saw them fight back from before, but to show their real worth, Hull City with it. That's a f***ing lion. We can't use a lion. It's a good lion. Folks, welcome back then to another episode of Parma Drama. Today, the Hull City game, which I've already previewed, and the Atalanta game are the games I'm going to bring you. There's an international break, so I don't want to sort of cut it up too much because it'll get confusing for me. But yeah, we've played 2 games since we last met. One against Perugia, 3-1 win, pretty routine. The other one was a 4-4 against Juventus. I've shown you about 15 games against Juve. I thought it won't matter if I don't show them one game out of all that. Well, Ramirez got a hat-trick. We were up 4-2, then 4-3, and they got a man sent off. Then they equalised, and I was getting irritated. I thought we were going to lose. It was one of those games where you just think, oh no. So the one game I decided not to show you when we play Juve, it ends 4-4. So thanks, game. That's great. But more importantly, folks, our unbeaten record in Serie A remains and continues. Now, if you take a little look at the records, you can see that the modern day records for Serie A are that Milan here, games without losing, 58 games by Milan from 1991 to 1992, and Parma are slowly creeping up on it. 50 games unbeaten. We've hit the magic 50 last game, but now 58. I'd quite like to set that record with this team. But there's some pretty tricky games coming up as well. Obviously, we're going to play Atalanta and Hull today. Atalanta, obviously, the league game. And then the next episode, we're going to show you Lazio into Dynamo, because I think there'll be some tough games which could really challenge. I'll say the word challenge. They could challenge our unbeaten run. So and they could be quite interesting. Then obviously the episode after that, we'll do like a Napoli Hull Bologna end of Champions League thing. So that's what's coming up this week. But let's get into today's game against Hull City. And I'm excited to play Hull in the Champions League. I mean, it's a dream for most players, I would imagine. The team we're going to go with then is Manfredini, Rubio, Carlos Roberto, DeMarco, Oliveira as a deep line playmaker, Robert and Kondogbia in the middle, Ramirez on the right, Norman as the inside forward on the left-hand side, and Sharon up top as the centre-forward attack. I've been training Robert to play central midfield. He's finally got a bit of green there. He's now competent in midfield, and actually, as an advanced playmaker in attack, or even support, I'm actually going to play him in support, I think, because I don't really want him to dribble, but I like the fact he's got that in his locker if he needs to. But you can see there, though, the stats he's got for this position are absolutely perfect if you were going to be Italian. Perfecto. I don't know if that's the word. So yeah, I'm really pleased, and I think he'll fit in there really nicely, especially next to a player like Kondogbia. I think Kondogbia will do all the work for him, and Robert can create with Norman and Ramirez up top. Still a few injuries. Zidane is out injured. Miguel Borba's out injured. Avramidis is injured, and Jean Monnier is also out injured. It's the longest injury for a sprained ankle I've ever seen. But right then, the Hull City team is a team that I know very little about, apart from Sommer, who I assume isn't Norwegian and is the actual goalkeeper, Jan Sommer. It is. I don't actually recognise any more of the names. His hand didn't look so good, so rebounds incoming. And Shaqiri is now 30 and is on the bench for them. They've also got a player called Spendlove. Grant Spendlove. Oh, he sounds dreamy. He does. His hair's not so dreamy, but he sounds dreamy. Intriguing. I just clicked on this little Englishman, left-footed 24-year-old Jay Goddard. Looks like he could be a bit of a fox-in-the-box poacher type. Oh dear, worrying. So then, let's hope we do the business. Obviously, we won our first game against PSG, and we've got a chance now to really put our foot down on this group, the neck of the group, and be like, this is ours to take. First chance, and it's fallen to Norman in the box. Oh, set up Rubio, who has his shot blocked. Now, they've got a player called Milik that I highlighted last episode, but for the purposes of this, I'm going to call him Milk. I hope you're okay with that. That might be massively disrespectful, but Milk's on the ball. He's played a through ball, and Neri has been beaten, but it has been ruled out for offside. Things are okay. Corner kick, Hull's way. It's whipped in. Standard. Curo now. Back out to good Delge. That's like Madame Beldige, and I couldn't even do my own player. Milk! Oh my god, that was a bit cheesy. Milk. Get it? Milk? Okay, I should probably call him Milik. I should be more respectful. I think now he's scored against me, I'll take him more seriously, and I'll stop calling him a dairy product. Right, Manfredini on this right side. Well, that was a bit poor, wasn't it, Manfredini? And now Milik respectful, has got the ball, gets tackled, but Sammy plays it out to Giroud on this left side, who looks like a mixture of Jermaine Defoe. They've merged his name, that's weird. We're not holding the ball very well at all here. I'm disappointed to say the least. We might have to switch to control, try and get a foot on the ball, and actually pass it around a little bit. They're holding it in quite a deep position, so I'm not too concerned. And then all of a sudden, they're on the attack, and Milk's there again. He's offside. He's Milik's offside. Milik. Definitely off as well. No need to look at a replay. Definitely off. Marcelo Ramirez picks up a little knock there, and now he's fine again. Cheers, game. In a group that contains Parma, PSG and Dynamo, Hull are going to top it if they beat me. Good grief. I'll be honest, last season, lost to Shakhtar, lost to PSG, lost to Juventus. There was no disgrace in that. If I lose to Hull this year, I'm going to be a bit annoyed. And again, it's no disrespect to Hull. It's just the idea of losing to Hull in the Champions League, or at all, is not something that sits comfortably with me. Right, Sharon, big job here. Takes on one, takes on two, shot at goal, and Sommer holds on. I'm expecting rebounds, though. I don't know if you should expect rebounds. Rebounds are the kind of thing that happen when nobody expects them. They're like ghosts, but real. Anyway, into half-time, passionate. I think if we keep going out there tonight, we can come away with a win, and boy, do we need a win. Because, as I've said a few times now, I'm not losing to Hull. I'm going to say assertively, I need you to calm down. I don't know why, I wasn't even annoyed. Again, it's Hull that come forward. I'm going to have to put the match stats up. I don't know why I've not got them up already. How are we getting on? They're having far the better of it. I know we're away from home, but I expect better. Neri, I don't want to say you could have at least stuck an arm out, but I don't think you've tried. So Sammy plays it to Milik, who plays through, forget it. Bull, and no, I hate them when they do this stupid leg stamp thing. Right, we need a goal and we need it fast, otherwise the formation change is incoming. In fact, I might have to do the formation change anyway. Push Robert a little bit further forward. He's been overrun in the middle right there. And the ball, that's a great ball through. DeMarco's lost it. Goddard, well, that's piss poor. Right, we've got a chance. Sharon, back to Manfredini. Ball in and... look, just get a goal, somebody. Robert now. Create something. Ramirez, Manfredini, you've got to put it in the middle. Okay, well, that'll do. Into Ramirez. Ball in. Sharon, referee. Thank you very much. Garnier. Oh, my God. Yes, that works. Gave away the penalty. Well, on behalf of the award, I'd like to say thank you. Norman then stepping up. He doesn't usually miss the pens. There we go. Cool, calm, collected. We're going to make the change anyway. I think even though we've scored, we need to change it up a little bit. All right, we're going to push Robert a little bit further forward. Put him in there as a shadow striker, because I like those. And just see how we get on. Norman here then. Look at this. Do you know what? Norman the boy. I think he's going to leave at the end of the year on a free. But he still comes up big occasionally. Oh, no. They've got... Oh, that's the end of the game. I'm going to lose to Hull. I'll just say this, folks. It's not ideal. I've no more to add other than it's not ideal. So there we are then. Hull 2. I wish I hadn't taken the mick out of him with a lion now. Yeah. Meanwhile, by the way, I know I'm not an English club, but I myself am English. Stoke beat Shakhtar, who beat me last season, 4-1. It's outrageous. Everton won 5-0, and Celtic lost 5-1 to Chelsea. And that's Atletico beat United pretty easily. Right then, second game of the day, and if we have a little look at the Serie A League table, we can see that we are top of it. 2 wins, 2 draws. Napoli and Kiev have done exactly the same thing. Juve have already lost a match to Sassuolo, a bit surprising, but Sassuolo are actually in 4th, so maybe not that surprising. You can see there are 4 teams then on the same points, same sort of fixtures. We've scored 12 goals, 7 conceded, which isn't great considering how little goals we conceded last season. Maybe a concern in the offing, but yeah, for this game we're going to switch back to the old formation just for one game. With Beckman, Rubio and Carlos Roberto, Oliveira and Domingo in front of them, with Witzel in the middle with Robert, Ramirez and DeMarco on the left-hand side, although a left-back can play a little bit further forward, and he's decent enough in sort of the crossing area that I'm not too worried about it. Physically, he's very good, so I think he'll do okay there. Actually, I'm going to play him a little bit further back. Not by a lot, just a little bit. Actually, let's do both. Yeah, why not? Yeah. With Shawan up top. Easy stuff, innit? Easy. I wonder if this makes us defensively slightly smarter. I'll have a look. So Atalanta, currently in 17th place. You'd expect us to win this one. And they've set up pretty defensively. Gylfi. No. I seem to have forgot that I sold Gylfi. I bet he scores a free kick. I bet he scores one. I can see it. I can already see it. My eyes can see this happening. Oh, no. It's going to be from the right-hand side, and he's going to bend one. Please don't do it to me. Gylfi. Come on, mate. We're away from home, but I'd still expect us to win this with a bit of comfort. Domingo, though, on this right side, Sharon, back to Ramirez, who's operating in a slightly deeper role today. Sharon takes on his man. Oh, that is what I like to see. A striker that can effectively do it all. With Robert in behind him, he should flourish as well. But Sharon does that all himself. Let's take a look at this replay. So Sharon makes it into the box, ghosts past the defender. Oh, literally goes through him. And then left foot, drills it on the ground. Not a finish you see very often, but a good goal. He scored that other one against PSG, which was a bit strange too. And here we come again. Ramirez on this right-hand side. Even though he's playing a little bit deeper, doesn't mean he can't get involved. But he has been tackled, and Beckman covers up well and wins the ball back. And then Oliveira loses out. This is not ideal from us, boys. Come on, fix this. Robert now spreads it out to DeMarco, and he's got a good set piece on him. Well, I say set piece. He's got a good cross on him, and there it is. Sharon with their header. It's Monier-esque, you might say. He'll be back very soon, and they can partner up once again. But Sharon, going into the international break between games, is looking good. So on a hat trick, can he do it? Can Charlize Theron? That's what I've gone for that now. DeMarco on the left side wins himself a corner. I just like saying DeMarco. It just feels right. When you manage an Italian side and you've got a player called DeMarco, it just feels good. Manfredini can't believe it. We played so many games with that 4 at the back. We switch it up for one game and he's livid. Can we do a counter-attack here? Ramirez, great ball through on the hat-trick now. Sharon, all the time in the world. Oh, and it's unconventional. He strikes it and the keeper lets it go through his hands. And that's his hat-trick. 5th goal of the season. The £27 million man with the goal. It was 22 with that on. Look at that. Right, can we make it 4? Robert now. Ramirez on it. Oliveira. Oh, played it across. It looked like a sloppy ball, and it is a sloppy ball. But Carlos Roberto wins it back. Now DeMarco on this left-hand side. So far, so good from the guy. I've enjoyed watching him down that right side. As I say that, he gets tackled. And now Carlos Roberto has fouled Costa. Hopefully he doesn't get sent off. Yellow card. Acceptable. Fabregas, Malumbu, Sigurdsson. This team's mad. I never thought Atalanta would be the retirement home for Premier League. I almost said legends then. Oliveira into Robert. He's got to go for goal. He's on his own. That's piss poor. DeMarco, ball whipped in. Sharon was at the front post. He's surely not 4 in one game. Back out to DeMarco though. Can he find the guy inside? He does. Domingo on the ball. Back to Carlos Roberto with plenty of time, plenty of space ahead of him. Oliveira puts it back out to Ramirez, who loves a one-on-one. Beats his man. Sharon front post. It's 4. Do you know what? All the times I've used Monier, I can't remember him scoring 4 in a game too often, but there we have it. Ramirez takes on his man, puts the ball in, and Charlize Theron at the front post scores. An injury. Ramirez has picked it up. Not what we wanted to see at all. I don't really have a natural right-sided player either. We're going to bring on Longo and play him a little bit further ahead. Not good though. I think Ramirez has got the highest average rating in the league thus far. And now he's picked up a knock. Corner ball whipped in. Are they going to get a late consolation? They are. Di Ginatanio. I'd call him D probably if I had to. Bit of sloppy defending at the end of the game. Has so much time to chest it down apparently, and then just shoot past 3 players. Ugh. That is the noise that sums it up, by the way. Ugh. And you would think that any moment now, that will be it. And there it is. Atalanta 1, Parma 4. Another goal conceded. Not ideal, but 4 goals for Sharon. Definitely the man of the match and played very well. Ramirez with a 9.2. That puts his average rating up to even higher. Just to show you then, in terms of average rating, Marcelo Ramirez has an 8.6. DeMarco, 7.83, doing very well. And that brings us to the end of the episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Let's aim for, 350 likes. Why not? Let's set a target. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. And from me, Dr. Benji, with love, with care. Until next time, goodbye.